All right, good afternoon. So glad you guys could join me here at ZK1 Plays. And today we're going to be having another one of my How Do You Play This Pokemon? What are the best sets for it episodes. And this time we're going to be talking about Lokix. Look at that great looking shiny Lokix. This was actually traded to me by a friend in a shiny exchange. I haven't had a chance to train it yet. Its EVs are looking like trash at the moment. But this Pokemon is actually really good for its base stat total. So without further ado, let's get into it.
ZK1 Plays.
First thing I want to reference here is Pikalytics. And Pikalytics is a website that gives stats based on VGC usage, which I'm not sure if you can see over here on the left side. This is VGC 2023, and this is Lokix, and it shows you his base stats. So as you can see, not very high base stats, a pretty good speed stat, and a very good attack stat, but its other stuff is kind of middling to not very good at all. And so it doesn't look like it has a whole lot of potential on paper, but when you start looking at its moveset and abilities, it actually comes together really nicely. Here in VGC, the doubles format, you can see what moves are popular. First Impression, Sucker Punch, U-Turn should be pretty much on every Lokix set, as I will get into here in a moment. And then the rest of the set is definitely up to you. I've used Axe Kick, I've used Throat Chop, I have not used Leech Life, but these are all good moves. Down here is information about who he's best paired with in doubles, but we're not going to pay too much attention to that because I have a couple of teams already set up for you guys on Pokemon Showdown, and I'm going to be showing off how you can build a team around Lokix or use Lokix a little bit on any team. Lokix is a really, really cool one. Once again, if you haven't noticed this before, this website is called PokemonShowdown.com, and it's hosted by a company named Smogon, and it's a really, really cool, basically battle simulator. So if you're just getting into battling, I highly recommend checking out Pokemon Showdown. It's an easy way to get started before you learn the ins and outs of doing it actually in the game. All right, and so here we are, Lokix. Lokix is a bug dark, and it has this incredible ability called Tinted Lens. This Pokemon's attacks that are not very effective on a target deal double damage. Double damage in anywhere that it's listed in Pokemon is a really good thing to be dealing. Now, it seems very simple to put it that way, but basically, it turns a not very effective hit into a super effective hit. Incredible, incredible. So really, the only things that can resist Lokix are things that quad resist it, basically have a double resistance. So Skeledirge is a good example. Skeledirge resists Bug with its fire typing and with its ghost typing, and so you'll be doing very little to it using bug type moves. But pretty much to anything that is not a quad resistance, you're going to be doing massive amounts of damage. All right, so here's a very quick look at a set for singles. First Impression, Sucker Punch, U-Turn. I told you in the intro that that's really non-negotiable. Those moves need to be on every Lokix set, right? And then we have, in my personal preference, Axe Kick. It's a fighting type coverage move, but you could also go with something along the lines of Throat Chop if you want to make sure that you're able to get off dark damage. Sucker Punch, of course, being conditional, right? Leech Life or Lunge, depending on your situation, but Leech Life especially, because you're able to heal back some of the damage that you've been taking, okay? So Lokix is a really good lead. He's also really, really good at coming in basically after anything of yours gets knocked out and getting a revenge kill, and so really, really good cleaner as well. It has a lot of priority. So Lokix is very good in singles. Now, what about in doubles? I'll show you really quick his power in doubles. Once again, it doesn't change too much. So this is a little doubles team that I put together focused on Lokix, and it's not a great team, but it is decent, and I'm going to show you a game with it here in just a moment. I have Lokix Choice Banded in doubles, and same exact set. First Impression, Sucker Punch, Axe Kick, and U-Turn with that adamant 252 investment. Very, very cool. And the Bug Tear type as well. That way I can go Bug type and make sure I hit things as hard as I want to. With the Bug Terra, Lokix Choice Band First Impression is a guaranteed one-shot on Eviolite Murkrow. That's something that not a lot of Pokemon can do in this format, and it's really handy to be able to do, because knocking out their Murkrow on priority means that it's not going to get its tailwind off before you knock it out. Now, that doesn't necessarily include max speed Murkrow, but even then, you don't have to Terra. You can knock it out without even using your Terra type. Another thing you can do is, without using your Terra type, use a Helping Hand, as you can see on these other couple of Mons, to guarantee the First Impression knockout from Lokix, all right? The other Pokemon I have on this team, I'm showing on screen now, nothing too crazy, but I did want to make sure I cover my basic coverage typings to make sure that I'm hitting everything that I need to in the meta. So if you couldn't tell, Lokix is just pretty much a simple Pokemon to use. You are going to run mostly the same moves and absolutely always the same ability on this Pokemon. So without further ado, let's get into a couple of matches and show you guys what this thing can do, starting with the VGC 2023 doubles format so you can see exactly the strength of this Lokix. And in game 1, I'm up against Hyper Offense with a Murkrow, and this is exactly the situation that I want Lokix for. So I'm going to bring Lokix plus a Helping Hand Mon. That way I don't have to burn my Terra typing right off the bat. And I also need to make sure that I'm not just set up fodder for the Mouse Hold. And so I definitely want my Tauros in the back with the Rocky Helmet to be able to take out Mouse Hold if that comes into play. So I'm going to go Dragonite because he's got a big target on his back and they won't target down Lokix. I'll go Tauros in the back for sure. And other than that, let's see here. Yeah, I think we want Tinkaton in order to use ground type to hit Golden Go or to use the fairy type to hit Hydreigon. Yeah, I think that's what we want. All right, here we are into game 1, and Lokix, Dragonite come out into the Mouse Hold and Golden Go. And so they must be fearing the first impression into Mouse Hold because that is going to pretty much knock it out in one shot. So I think that's what I'm going to go for. First impression into Mouse Hold. And then as far as how do we stop what the Golden Go is going to do, it's a good question. Yeah, I think we must first impression the Mouse Hold. And get a Tailwind up so that next turn, even if Golden Go does something crazy here, we can still come back for the win. That does straight up knock out the Mouse Hold. As you can see, the power of this thing is pretty strong. It does Nasty Plot, which is exactly what we wanted instead of an attack. An attack would have likely knocked out Lokix there, and so good to see that right there. Going into another game with the Lokix in doubles. Looks like we're facing Golden Go again. And this looks like a lot of slower Mons, but I'm not sure who the Trick Room setter would be. So we're looking at probably a Cyclizar setup with the Shed Tail. So Lokix is pretty good into that as well, barring any fake out shenanigans. But I don't see that they have a fake out Mon, so... Yeah, I think we're going to go Lokix into Tinkaton and Tauros in the back for the Palafin. And Torkoal's not a bad call here. Yeah, I think Torkoal's what we want. Best of luck to the opponent here. And we do get the Palafin Cyclizar. Absolutely going to first impression the Cyclizar. Even though it's negative damage, it's going to do a ton to that Cyclizar. The other option would be to Axe Kick, but I think that Cyclizar actually outspeeds. So here's what we're going to do. Go for the Terrastalize, first impression into Cyclizar. And should I tell you what? I'm worried that Cyclizar is just going to protect. But we're going to go for it anyway. This is a Lokix video, and we want to do the best that we can. First impression, even though I missed the play there, it one-shot Cyclizar without the Terra typing. And I assume my opponent is just going to forfeit now. So that's 2 doubles games in a row that Lokix has basically gotten a turn 1, one-shot kill. Let's see how it fares in singles now. We're going to be playing in the UU tier using this new Lokix team, including Pikachu and some rain modes. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, here we are, back in the game, and this is a UU match using this Lokix. And as you can see, they have a pretty threatening team, very big, bulky Mons on the other side of the field here. So what we're looking for is a Stealth Rocker or so that will probably be its lead Pokemon, and I'm now expecting that to be Donphan. So if it is, I think that Drizzle Pelipper is probably my best move here, but making sure I can bring in Lokix pretty soon for a big shot. So we're going Pelipper, and Tinkaton is the lead. Tinkaton has pretty high special defense, if you guys didn't know that. So we're going to go for a U-turn right away, and hopefully go into Lokix here. Of course, Lokix is quad resisted, so we may not go into Lokix, but we're going to U-turn. And we do come out first, and so Tinkaton could be going for a play rough here, could be going for any kind of spike move or something like that. So I think what I'm going to do is go into Floatzel, because it should survive anything. Yep. And now we get a free wave crash into something, and there's nothing on their team besides Slowbro maybe that wants to eat one of these. And so if Slowbro comes in, I think Lokix would be the better option. I do have heavy duty boots. I don't have to worry about those rocks that just came up. So we're going to actually do that. We're going to go Lokix, expecting the switch to Slowbro. And I did get that call correct. And now we're free to U-turn. I don't have to first impression U-turn. We'll knock out this Slowbro. And I also want to make sure I continue to hold the momentum. So we're going to U-turn into the Tinkaton. And this time we are, let's see here. I think we are going to go Floatzel again, and we're just going to click Wave Crash. Worst case scenario, we end up hitting the Slowbro, and that's okay. Pretty smart, but Slowbro still takes 37 from Floatzel. Floatzel really strong this generation with its Choice Banded Wave Crash. So now we need to go into something that can eat a hit from Slowbro. He's almost definitely going to go Future Sight here. So we're just going to go Lokix, play it safe. It does yawn, and so we can easily just U-turn out here. He's going to have to switch on me, or he goes down. Lokix hits so hard, you guys. It's so fun to watch. And even into a quad-resisted U-turn like this right here, it's still doing 20%. Like that's pretty incredible, right? Now, if I go Sandy Shocks here, I should be able to knock out the Tinkaton with a Life Orb Earth Power. But more likely, I'm probably just going to throw out some spikes. There he goes, Hydreigon, expecting the Earth Power, which is not bad. Hydreigon, I'm not sure, is able to threaten me here. So I believe what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit another Spikes and see what happens. It does get the burn, which is unfortunate. Now, I have a couple of Pokemon that can eat up one of those Fire Blasts, and so that's what we're going to do is go into Pelipper now. We have a couple layers of Spikes, which is really nice. He doesn't want to keep his Donphin in or he loses them, and so I think I'm just going to have to Hydro Pump, expecting a Rapid Spin here. And we do knock out the Donphin in one hit. Now my Spikes are definitely going to stay because the Rapid Spinner is down, and we're able to get Lokix back in to do some more damage. That also just dealt with one of the main checks here to Lokix. I think I just U-turn here. Even if he takes down my Pelipper, it's not the worst thing in the world. But I do have an Assault Vest, meaning I can probably live one hit. Unless he has Thunderbolt, which I don't think it gets. So. And U-turn does a little bit, which is good. We go to Lokix. And he's going to go Tinkaton most likely here. But I'm going to first impression just in case. He stays in because he thinks he outspeeds me, and he thinks he can knock me out in one hit. But he's probably going to switch to Tinkaton. He does. First impression is going to do a lot, and I think it might put it in range of U-turn. Nope, not quite, but it does do a lot to that Tinkaton. And Axe Kick here is going to do a lot as well. That'll turn it into a neutral hit instead of a quad-resisted stab move, and so I'm going to do that because I think if I break this Tinkaton, I could be looking really, really good for the future. So let's try it. And that does straight up knock out the Tinkaton. All right, so there's the video for today. Lokix is a extremely strong Pokemon for the damage that it deals, but it is very frail, so it really can't take hardly any hits at all. But it is usable in pretty much every format that it's legal in, although I wouldn't say meta necessarily in any of the formats. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please give Lokix a try. Very fun to use, just for fun with friends and online. And it's, in my opinion, one of the coolest designs of new Pokemon this generation. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more content just like this coming your way very soon. Peace out.